Okay guys, here's a really exciting development on Loving Life. All the videos are archived in real time on realnewssa.com, and there are two huge advantages here. One is that you can actually just download the audio, and that saves a huge amount of bandwidth if you do have a bandwidth issue. And the other is that if you do just download the audio podcast, you don't have to look at my ugly mug. Enjoy, guys. Please do visit realnewssa.com. Yes, guys.
Goeiedag! Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And yes, I know some people think I'm just a bearer of all bad tidings, but hey, let's face it. Someone needs to put the reality out there because the mainstream media aren't. And when the police service in South Africa completely failed in their mission to protect the citizens of South Africa, their backup is called the South African National Defence Force. Well, guess what? They're deep in the shit too. Don't worry about the MK cadres tied up with the ANC who make up a large percentage of the South African National Defence Force. This is a hugely important issue. South Africa's National Defence Force, or SANDF, is in a dire financial state, and with no promise of future funding, things may still get worse. Why are we surprised? Everything the ANC touch goes to crap, because they're all on the take and they're stealing. This is just yesterday. Answering in a recent parliamentary Q&A session, Ministry of Defence and Military Veterans Nosiviwe Mapisa Ngakula said that the current plans to get the SANDF back on track are entirely dependent on its funding. She said the prevention of the SANDF capabilities from declining further is entirely dependent on the budget allocation of the Defence Force, which has been decreasing at an alarming rate over the years with a negative impact on the entire capabilities. And you know why? Because the ANC politicians and cadres at the top are on the take. That's where all the money's gone. It's not going for the country. It's going to, for them, my back pocket. That's where it's going. The Defence Review 2015 has been deployed with a plan to arrest the decline of the SANDF. But unfortunately, no funding has been received to attend to the declining capabilities of the SANDF. You know these turnaround strategies they talk about? It's a load of BS. That's the ANC in action. Mapisa Nkwala added that the year-long decline of the SANDF meant that it was becoming increasingly difficult to protect the country. If they can't protect the country, what are they going to do when there's anarchy in the country? Yeah, they're going to go and run and hide like the South African Police Service. Absolute, total anarchy in the wings waiting to happen. Anyway, she went on to say, the defence has become progressively unsustainable in terms of declining defence allocations and has reached a point where the Republic must decide on the kind of defence force it wants and can afford. In a July briefing, Mapisa Nkwakula said that her department had been forced to continuously adjust its plans downwards in response to the declining budget in recent years. And let's remember that the same fate is facing the South African Police Service. Huge amounts of rands have been taken out of their budget in the next couple of years. But for the ANC's voter base, because they need their votes when it comes to the next election, the SASSA payments just keep on flowing out. But after the rand is put to junk, I don't think that's sustainable. I think that's going to change absolutely dramatically. And that's when the tipping point comes and the country is going to be in complete chaos. Well done, Ramaphosa. Well done, ANC. You have screwed up a country that was once just an incredible place to live in. And you did this under the mantle of democracy. The real mantle should be called black privilege of the few. The ANC, cadres, politicians, and their families. They're the only beneficiaries of this. Everybody else is a loser. Everybody else is a loser. One of the key issues that was raised during the committee meeting was the protection of South Africa's borders. Specific concerns raised included that the current deployment of 15 SANDF subunits along South Africa's borders are insufficient and that at least 22 subunits are required. Now, I have seen video footage where these SANDF units are actually telling people who are coming through the border, go for it, guys, just do your own thing, you know. So they're not looking after the interests of South Africa. The need for technological force multipliers to assist deployed forces along the land borders. Shortages of suitable air assets at the SA Air Force's 35 Squadron as well as 28 Squadron to effect border patrols. Other issues identified include the replacing of South Africa's infantry fighting vehicles with a modern fleet, challenges with the SANDF's logistical support to operational equipment, specifically the need for aircraft spares. That old word, remember that M word? Yeah? Maintenance. Maintenance isn't in the Zulu language. No wonder it never gets done when it comes to things like Eskom, the SANDF, or anything else you can think of. Think of the municipalities and the state of their sewerage operations and the state of their dams and the state of their payments to Eskom. Outdated ICT systems, notably the finance, human resources, and logistics systems. Well, why are we surprised? You've got BEE placements in there who don't know what the heck they're doing, but they're taking their paycheck. Yeah, this is a complete, the whole government is a complete scam, and that's why South Africa's falling up, just folding up. According to the latest global firepower ranking, South Africa is ranked as having the 32nd greatest military strength in the world, behind Egypt 12th and Algeria 27th in Africa. I would say it's probably closer to like 100, but anyway. More than 137 countries featured on the list, with the ranking utilizing more than 55 different factors to determine a given nation's power index. According to the ranking, South Africa has 66,300 active personnel and 15,000 reserve personnel. It also estimates that the country has about 14,175,119 citizens. About. And it goes to the final number. I don't know who makes this shit up. Who would be fit for service should the country enforce conscription laws. Notably, the country stands out for its land power, but has fallen behind other nations in recent years when it comes to air and naval power. Air power. South Africa has a total air strength of 206 assets. This includes 17 fighter aircraft, with only 2 actually being able to be flown. The rest are kind of just need spare parts or whatever. 17 attack aircraft. Ditto. 23 transport aircraft. Ditto. 67 trainer aircraft. Ditto. 92 total helicopters and 12 attack helicopters, of which only 2 are actually in working order. It is absolutely disgusting. Army land power. South Africa has a total land strength of 2,888 assets. This includes 195 combat tanks. Now, I have it on good authority that only about 5 of those are actually working. The rest are kind of just don't work anymore because the parts don't work and it's maintenance again and it's just crap. 2,500 armored fighting vehicles. Yeah, with a tiny percentage that actually work. 43 self-propelled artillery. 100 towed artillery. 50 rocket projectors. And once again, who knows how many of those are actually operational in 2019. I would suggest just a fraction of what they're claiming. Naval power. South Africa has a total of 30 assets. Notably, the country currently has no aircraft carriers. Aircraft carriers. Hang on, guys, I'm sorry. I've got to do this, okay? This is a Schladi moment, okay? Schladi moment. South African National Defence Force having an aircraft carrier in its naval fleet. You gotta be joking. This sounds like one of Ramaphosa's speeches, doesn't it? Full of shit. Okay, according to South Africa, the 30 assets that it has are 4 frigates, 3 submarines, 31 patrol craft, and 2 mine warfare vessels. And only about 2 of those are actually in operation. The whole SANDF is a complete joke. And once the rand goes to junk, the gangs will rule South Africa. There's no question about that. Because neither the South African Police Service or the South African National Defence Force have got the ability to defend the citizens of South Africa. It's time that the minority groups got together and started looking clearly at forming a state away from this crap set up by the ANC. And I think the Western Cape is the best place to do that. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the update. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, stay safe.